Well, hello, dear friends. I'm Meet Shukla, and you're watching Balmurti Online in English, an initiative by the Unified Growth Foundation. Today's episode Lines, a foundational exercise in early childhood education, is based on the Gujarati article Lita by Gijubhai Badeka. It highlights how something as simple as line drawing becomes a powerful early learning tool. One that builds control, coordination, confidence, and even the foundations of geometric thinking in children. This isn't just about drawing, it's about giving the child's hand and mind the freedom to grow together. Now, before we begin, if you are only listening and not watching this podcast, make sure to check out our channel for video version of this very same episode and to explore more parenting videos like this one. Let's have a look.
Namaste everyone and welcome to Small Steps, Big Leaps. I'm Priya.
And I'm Arav. Priya, I was just watching my little nephew trying to draw the other day.
Oh yeah?
He was holding his crayon in this tight little fist, pressing down so hard you could see the mark on the next 3 pages.
Arey, that is so relatable. It takes me right back to my own childhood.
Right?
And it's funny you mentioned that because I stumbled upon a mind-blowing article that talks about exactly this.
Oh?
It's a piece from the Balmurti Online in English project.
Oh, that's the initiative by the Unified Growth Foundation, right?
Yes.
They do some fantastic work in education. What was the article about?
It's about the simple act of drawing lines.
Okay.
It's based on the work of the legendary educator Gijubhai Badeka.
Ah.
It's a foundational exercise for little kids.
Just drawing lines? I mean, it sounds simple, but I'm guessing there's a deeper philosophy here,
Totally.
especially if it's from Gijubhai.
Absolutely. The core purpose, he says, is to bring both stability and freedom to a child's hand movements. When a child can draw long and short lines with confident ease, that's when you know their pencil grip has matured.
Right.
It's the first real step towards learning to write and draw.
That makes so much sense. The article probably talks about the 2 kinds of kids you see in every classroom, na?
Yep.
The first group, who can already draw lines, but they do it so fast and hard, it looks like they are shading, not drawing.
Exactly. And the second group, which was basically my nephew, who have very little pencil control and end up pressing and rubbing the pencil heavily.
Yeah.
Their strokes are just all over the place.
And the article points out a brilliant observation that kids just mimic the final result they see from adults or older kids.
Right.
But they have no idea about the practice and exercises that went into gaining that skill.
Yes. It calls it poor imitation. And as parents or teachers, it's our job to gently guide them away from that. So the article lays out the right way to teach line drawing.
Okay.
You don't just give them a sheet and say, go. You have to demonstrate it repeatedly.
Let me guess, the method is not to draw lines perfectly close together.
You got it. You have to leave space between the lines to emphasize that freedom of movement.
Wow.
The goal is for the child to feel the joy of drawing free-flowing lines, zigzag, curved, straight, naturally and quickly, not slowly and rigidly.
I love that. It's about the flow, the experience. And the article mentions something about control too, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That children should learn to stop their strokes at the right boundary even when they're drawing fast.
Exactly.
That builds discipline.
Exactly. And here comes the most genius part, in my opinion.
Ooh.
The article suggests using geometric shapes as a foundation for this exercise.
Wow. Wait, explain that.
So, you give a child a template of a square, a circle, or a triangle.
Right.
They then draw lines inside it, connecting opposite points or just filling the space.
Okay.
And while doing this, they're not just improving their motor skills, they're unknowingly developing geometric thinking, hand-eye coordination, and spatial intelligence.
That is brilliant. So they are learning complex concepts just by playing with lines.
Exactly.
The pressure is off too. The article mentions that even if mistakes happen, it's okay. The child intuitively starts joining the points, even invisible ones. It's learning by doing at its purest.
Absolutely. It also makes a sharp point about older students who missed this stage. They might try to draw perfect lines using like measured calculations with a ruler, but the article calls this a false sense of mastery.
Oh, wow.
They lack that natural ingrained control.
And you know what the best part is? It's so practical and accessible.
So true.
The article says all you need are a few geometric templates, slates, and chalk.
Yeah,
You don't need fancy iPads or expensive art supplies.
not at all.
It's a truly democratic way of teaching.
100%. It just shows the vision of Giju Bhai.
It really does.
The key benefits are crystal clear. Improved pencil grip, better finger dexterity, and a natural introduction to shapes and patterns. So it's a perfect prelude to both handwriting and drawing.
It really is. To think that something as simple as a line, an exercise that might be overlooked, is actually a critical building block for a child's entire educational journey.
I know.
It's a powerful reminder to focus on the foundations.
So true. It's not just an art activity,
No,
it's a foundational motor and cognitive skill. So huge props to the Unified Growth Foundation for making these insights from the Balmurti project available to all of us.
definitely. It's changed the way I look at a child's scribbles from now on.
Me too. And that brings us to our question for you, our listeners.
Ooh.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. In our world of digital screens and instant gratification, how can we, as parents and educators, consciously make space for simple, foundational, hands-on activities like line drawing that build skill and patience from the ground up?
Think about it. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time on Small Steps, Big Leaps, keep learning and keep growing.
This conversation reminds us that foundational practices like line drawing are not just about preparation for writing. They are about preparing the child to enjoy learning itself. Now, I would love to hear from you. How have you seen these small motor skill exercise make a big difference in your child's or student's learning journey? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your insights may be helpful to many others. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on our social media handles and visit our website for more meaningful educational reflections. Namaskar.